Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Jakks Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog Knuckles, the new feature in the new movie, and one of the most popular Sonic characters of all time. I didn't look that up, it could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. This one is good in some ways, mostly that it's Knuckles, and bad in others, mostly in that it's poorly designed, but it's not terrible, and it does come in at a low price point, so there's some good stuff about it. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. And this guy stands just about 4¼ inches roughly, which is going to make him pretty close to, let's say, just shy of 11 centimeters. I know that's not exactly right, but that's pretty close. Here he is up against Sonic. They make a pretty good pair as far as height, and I think that's fine. That's what I would expect. Better scaling than some of the other figures, so that's a plus. Okay, so question of the day: Sonic or Knuckles? Who would you pick? For me, it's Knuckles. I like Sonic fine, but Knuckles has the spiky punchy, and I like spiky punchy. Okay, aesthetics on this guy. Red molded plastic is okay. Head is okay. I don't think it has quite the look I want for him. It's a little less aggressive looking than I think he should probably be, especially with the big mouth smile. I said big mouth smile. What I mean to say is they put too much red on his mouth, so his smile looks even bigger than it's sculpted, and even then I would rather it not be sculpted with such a smile. So not great, but it's okay. The eyes are nice and white. The eyes are painted well. I do like that. Nose is painted well enough. Hands are solid white, so that's good. Shoes are painted okay-ish. Obviously we have all the colors we need, and the lines are clean, but like up here, looks like someone just doesn't look good. But it's not terrible. So aesthetically speaking, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 for the price point. I'm happy enough with it. Oh, you know what I don't like? The tail in the package is all smashed up into the head, and they did that on purpose, but his tail should be out like that, so that bothers me a little bit. Okay, accessory-wise, he gets a blue Chaos Emerald, which is pretty nicely done. Now, I'm not sure why, but the Chaos Emeralds have a cutoff on the bottom and a peg hole, but there's nothing to peg them into, so another one of the accessories had that too. I don't know why that's happening, but they are done really well. They're nice and shiny, nice and transparent. Not as polished as they could be, but for the price point, I think that's alright. Okay, so 5 out of 10 for accessories, doesn't really matter. For this price point, anything is okay with me. Now, for articulation, you can't really rotate his head because his hair spikes are everywhere, and they block on his arms and on his tail, and it just doesn't work. They're very solid, and you can't do it. Shoulders have the same rotation as you would expect, same as all the other figures, so you get the rotation and the hinge. This arm is fine, it's got a regular bend, and then the fist hand on this side, it's a ball peg, but it's pretty deep in there, so you're just going to get the rotation, basically. This side, it's even more bent, so it's very limiting in what you can do, and also it looks like I have his hand posed at an angle. The peg actually sticks off at an angle on the end of his arm, so you can bring it back, but you have to bend it all or pose it all the way over just to get it straight, whereas it wants to go all the way like that. So it is a lot more limiting, and it is a gripping hand rather than a fist hand, which is strange, but I guess that's good enough. Like, you can make it look like he's getting ready to punch, or I don't know, something. Yeah, it's fine, but it's more limited than it needs to be. Hips are the same as Sonic, so you have the big hinge going forward. You can bring the leg pretty much all the way forward. It has the rotation, of course, and it goes all the way back. Knees do not straighten all the way, which is definitely a bummer. I don't know why they did that. They have just about 90 degrees, and then you do get some rotation out of them. And then the ankles are on ball pegs, so it's pretty limited. You'll be able to pose him enough to be considered an action figure, but not really in anything too dynamic. It'll be fine, but not impressive. So I'll give his articulation, because of that wonky elbow and the head not being able to rotate at all and the knees not unbending, 6 out of 10. Definitely has some flaws. At the price point, I don't really care that it's a 6 out of 10, but it is not particularly good. Final verdict on this guy is it's Knuckles. So of course, if you're collecting this line, you're going to want to get it. And luckily, it's not bad. It definitely has some flaws, but I'm going to give it a final verdict of 7 out of 10 for the $10-ish price. I think you'll be perfectly happy. You won't be super impressed, but it's definitely good enough, and that's all it needs to be. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down is okay too, though it will hurt my feelings, and I want you to know that. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. You really, really should, because I have new videos just about every single day, and I have thousands of reviews already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that. In the meantime, keep collecting.